Hey guys, Kenny B here, Cities and Suburbs, Torn Sage. Thank you to Mr. Torn Sage, Johnny E over there at Torn Sage on YouTube. Thank you. And it is December 8th, 2024. Clock is ticking down to Christmas. What happened to Thanksgiving, you guys, right? It's like we just move right along. What's kind of scary though for me this year is, Christmas is on a Wednesday. I love Christmas. I like actually everything that leads up to Christmas. Sometimes the day is actually kind of and then you're right back to it, and it's on a Wednesday this year, and we get Thursday, and so whatever you're gonna do to figure that out. But it does rent some space in your head of like how you're gonna get this all done and have a good time, and if you acknowledge the holiday or not, and it is a worldwide celebration. So we'll see how that goes. It looks like though, you guys, we have a 7.9% increase of what shoppers individually will be spending individually. So it went up from, it was 997, almost a grand last year. So now the average shopper is expected to spend $1,638. We've already broken national records for overall holiday sales, which are in the millions, could be in the billions this year. So that being said, everything is going to increase. And I don't want to be dismissive of last week, December 3rd, 2024, marked 25 years for the fallen 6 Worcester firefighters who went into what they call the building from hell, which was the old Worcester cold storage, which back in the day was a functioning, I think it was even a slaughterhouse, but the meat was stored there, and they had the cork and the old wood, and there were a couple of homeless people in there on December 3rd, 1999, and we all remember what happened after that. So Worcester acknowledged 25 years, and you say, wow, 25 years. Everybody was affected by that tragedy. You knew someone, who knew someone, and that's how Worcester is. Even as we jump up to 206,000 people, guys, we are running into a shelter problem in Worcester, okay? Whether it's inventory for developmental use in terms of development, investors coming into Worcester and popping up 50 apartments here and there, and they're in it to make money. They're coming into Worcester. We invited them in, which isn't a terrible thing, but what's happening is that the market rate housing is not keeping up with affordable housing. Okay, we have the registry of motor vehicles that was downtown on around the Myrtle Street, Coney Island section, closed, opened up again as a shelter for folks who are homeless. And again, I go through Worcester. Who is homeless? Are people now? Now this is coming from, I read on GBH, about the last 3 years. In 2021. Homelessness grew in Worcester County by 20%. 37% are folks that have families with kids or children under the age of 18. And there's some very obscure numbers, but homelessness does hide itself, so it's very hard to get a gauge on homelessness. There have been several upstart projects, if you will, over the last year to help individuals come in. New beginning housing. I want to get this right. Let me see if I can find that really quickly. So no, I have not. But there are agencies that are creating units for homeless folks to live. There's a social worker there, and it's a good attempt at dignified housing, if you will. But I think we have two different populations. We have people who like myself, could be out on the street tomorrow. If they raised my rent or my mortgage or something I couldn't afford to keep the roof over my head, I could be displaced. There's that. Now, if I don't have a drug problem or I have a good work history or whatever, maybe I'd be able to resolve that issue, whether here or somewhere else that I could afford. Now, there's also the folks that are, chronically homeless, and actually chronically asking for money. And I'm confused because when a person stands on the sidewalk with a cardboard sign, homeless, and those are their claims. I mean, are they homeless? I mean, are they registered as homeless? Chronic homelessness means that you've been in and out of a shelter for so many months, so many years, or whatever, and it's documented that you've been homeless. If you're just out there on the street, and if you're a fentanyl person or you're addicted to drugs, you're not counted. So I can make the assumption that a person's standing there on a sidewalk with a sign saying, "Well, I'm homeless." Well, I don't. Are you homeless? I don't know. I mean, okay, you're living in a camp somewhere, but now I have to look at why you're homeless. Is it because of a drug problem, or is it because I got priced out from where I live? And that's the part that kind of I'm in battle between the two, and I'm not here tonight to say I know the difference. I mean, not having a place to live sucks, But when you're under the influence of a major drug addiction, probably a mental health condition, you're not even aware of what's going on in the bigger world, and that's just the fact. So reaching out to that population is going to be a little different than just creating a whole bunch of affordable housing that, oh, thank God, now I can go afford that because it's, $500 less than where I was paying. So I can do that. But I can get up to work every day. I can do this. I can do that. So there's several reasons for when we call homelessness, unhoused. But that's the thing. So that being said, things will increase for you guys next year. I did some takeout the other day. I will say I went to a nice chain, Papa Gino's. I had the best pizza there that I've ever had in a long time from Papa Gino's. Drink, but it was about $1.50 more than it was probably a couple of years ago when I went there. Quiet. There's still this COVID thing going on in restaurants where we don't have this available, we don't have that. And I said, doesn't this usually come with a drink? It was a fountain drink. No, we got rid of those. Grab it out of the case. So I grabbed a Mountain Dew, which I'm like, wow, $8.59, $9, pepperoni, a sliced cheese, and it was good. It was hot. It was fresh, and But that being said, I don't do that all the time because I could probably eat a little cheaper every day when you work, right? So so let's just see what you guys will be paying next year for different in 2025. This is from USDA.gov. 2025 prices for all food are predicted to increase. Here we go, 2.5%. That's a lot. Go to a restaurant, they're going to put on an extra 3%, right? With prediction of interval minus 1.0 to 6.2%. Food at home prices, you shop for that, are predicted to increase 1.6%, with prediction interval of minus 3.7 to 7.4%. Food away from home, when you go to eat, take out, whatever that would be, predicted to increase 3.1%. I only say that because next year, give it a couple of months, January, February, the meal that I had the other day at the pizzeria will probably be, I guarantee you, 75 cents more. So this really makes you think about, again, another year of almost living paycheck to paycheck, right? I mean, if you got it, spend it. A lot of folks don't. So anyway, this is Kenny B signing off here. I just wanted to say too, the Patriots had a bye week. They needed it so badly. They needed the week off. Anyway, guys, go Bills, and we'll see you on the other side. Happy holidays, guys. Hope I see you before then. Take care.